Hey guys, you're watching Tech Radar. I'm Basil and today is all about the Sony Xperia XZ1 Compact. It's a mouthful, but it's a small phone, dinky phone. Before I jump into that, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe to Tech Radar. It's how you're going to stay on top of everything that we do. Right, back to the XZ1 Compact. This is actually one of the most exciting things coming out of IFA this year. It's a small smartphone with flagship specs. The design is all centered around this 4.6-inch display, so it's a little bit smaller than an iPhone, for example, but you've got some cool features dotted around the phone. The front-firing speakers are 50% louder than the front-firing speakers on the Sony Xperia XZ that dropped last year. In addition, USB-C at the base, 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right-hand side, you've got the fingerprint scanner / power button combination. There's a physical camera button and a volume rocker. It's a chunky little thing. It kind of looks like a Tonka toy, but it's a lot of fun. And it doesn't feel like a super expensive flagship either. Reason being, it's made out of a glass woven plastic material. Very, very durable according to Sony. Around the back, you've got a 19 megapixel camera sensor. This is the same camera sensor we've seen from Sony before. Stacked image sensor capable of recording 960 frames per second slow-mo. On the front, you have an 8 megapixel wide angle, 120 degree wide angle selfie camera. Now this phone is aimed at the selfie generation, going by this fact and the fact it comes in some very cool, vibrant colors. Right, back to that camera. It can take 120 degree wide angle shots at 8 megapixels, or it can squish it all down and take regular field of view selfies at 3 megapixels and then upscale them to 8 megapixels. It's a weird deal. Hopefully Sony will be able to pull it off. We'll have more conclusive stuff on that when we get one in for review. As for the screen, it's 720p resolution, so it won't be the sharpest thing around, but at 4.6 inches, that should suffice for most people. Inside the screen, it's Android 8, the latest version, Oreo. That means you're going to get the very latest UI enhancements like picture-in-picture, for example, and everything you've come to expect from Android. Excellent app support. Sony also overlays it with its own custom skin as well to make sure the experience feels like you're using a Sony phone. When it comes to multimedia, while there's no HDR screen on here as found on the XZ1, you do get that 3D creator. Using the rear camera, it scans a person, you kind of hover around them with the camera for a bit, overlays dots on the image of them and then turns them into a 3D object on your phone, saved as a standard 3D file. You can then share this out to friends on social media, or you can send it to a 3D printer and have your friend printed for you in miniature. That's kind of cool, but it doesn't just stop with your friends. You can also get your food printed, you can get your cuddly toys printed. The options are limitless. Can't wait to see if this actually takes off or it just ends up being a gimmick, but at this stage, at least, it's pretty freaking cool. This is also powered along by a Snapdragon 835 and 4 gigabytes of RAM. So like I said, dinky phone, tons of performance. There's 32 gigabytes of onboard storage paired with micro SD expandability. So that's also going to give you loads of room for all of your apps and all of your games. And with that processor, boy, will this thing be able to game. With up to Cat15 download speeds of 800 megabits per second, it's going to download everything you want super quickly, and it will more than likely last a very full day thanks to 2700 milliamps under the hood. Tiny screen, big battery, excellent stuff, Sony. I, for one, cannot wait to get this in my hands. Until I do, if you've got any questions about it, fire them in the comments section below and I'll do my best to answer. And if you like this channel, subscribe. It's how you are going to stay on top of everything that we do here at Tech Radar. Also, if you want to read our hands-on with both of these brand spanking new Sony phones, head over to techradar.com. Thanks for watching.